Hi guys, welcome to this web discussion. We'll have a talk on instead of the usual set as we normally look at 25 questions. So on this weekend, I'm going to discuss these payments terms like RTGS, IMPS, and all that stuff. Okay, but today we'll discuss the usual stuff, and wherever required, we'll bring in extra notes. According to the India State of Forest report, India's this is report is published biennial. So if it had come in 2019, it would have previous report would have been in 2017. The next report will be in 2021. Okay, so there is no such report for this year. That's why we are quoting the one that had come last year. According to the India State of Forest report 2019, India's total forest cover is dash percent of the total geographical area of the country. The total geographical area of the country is about 32,87,563 square kilometers, and of which 21.67% is the forest area. 21.67%. What is the ideal forest cover to maintain ecological balance? 33%. 33% of the country's area, geographical area, should be forested. Forested. What is it today? It's 1/5, slightly over 1/5. So there is a lot of, we're not doing well on the forest front because of rising population, because of, expanding habitations. We are taking, chipping away at forested areas. I have some data graphs for you. In fact, 3 slides I have for you. So these are the different kinds of forests. Now, the 4 major kinds actually. You have very dense forest. So where you have this kind of thick foliage, you see this huge thing. It's very difficult for sunlight to penetrate. Then you have moderately dense forest. Okay. Then you have this open forest. The canopy, the forest cover, the tree cover is not widespread. Coming to the last one, you have scrub, and this you would find in large parts of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. You have northwestern Madhya Pradesh, northern and northwestern Madhya Pradesh. Then you have this in Uttar Pradesh, the Badlands of Chambal and all. So these are the 4 major types, and I have some data for you. See this very dense forest. So what is the total forest cover? 21.67. The total geographical area in this one is 469, 32, 87, 469. In the sources that I have consulted, it is 32, 87, 563, which is right. Well, it's a matter of what you want to take. So anyway, here if you look at 21.67% is the total forest area, but of which just about 3% of India's land area, geographical area is densely forested. Okay, very densely forested. Moderately dense is about slightly under 10%, which is the same case, which is also the same percentage for open forest. But you see this scrub here, 1.41, yeah, which is on the lower side, considering that this also comes to a large extent as part of habitations, villages, settlements. So technically not exactly you would say a scrub, but these days the number of scrubs, the scrub land is also becoming shorter, basically, okay, becoming smaller. But it's a matter of concern that just about 21% of India's land area is forested. Okay, now where is this very dense forest? Where is this moderately dense forest? So ये देखिए, ये पूरा आप उत्तर प्रदेश, Arunachal Pradesh, you have very dense forest here. The legend says very dense forest. This is dense but moderately dense forest actually. This is moderately. You have, see, you don't have the whole of northeast India is dense or more, except for Assam. Assam is plain land. There's a great deal of population. It's thickly populated. So that has put a lot of pressure on resources. So आप देखिए यहाँ पे ये plains of Assam, you don't have much of forested area, but wherever there are, you have this Kaziranga, Manas, Nobitara and all, Provitara and all. So you have Tripura, very thickly forested. I've been there, it's quite forested. It's pretty humid also. You have Mizoram, these are border areas, mountainous areas, thinly populated, as you may, if you can say that. Then you have Sikkim. The north of the country is quite mountainous, so it's not forested. But if you look at this southern part, northern West Bengal, quite thick. See, this is J&K, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, again forested area, moderately forested. Ladakh is, you can see, this is Ladakh area. Yeah, Ladakh, is, you can call it basically clean. Okay, there isn't much of a forest area. It's a cold desert. Ladakh, this Leh area, and this entire area is cold desert. ये जो है पूरा एक cold desert है. It's a desert, but it's a cold desert, quite cold here. But you don't find any kind of vegetation here. It's rocky, barren, brown lands. Okay. They're all mangrove forest here. You see the tidal forest here. Okay, and along the coast you can see this. Again, Sundarbans ये पूरा यहाँ पे Sundarbans वगैरह mangroves. Okay, so I just wanted to, you see, this is very thickly forested Dandakaranya region, this entire area. This is a Naxal hotbed. These are Western Ghats, so obviously densely forested area. So which of these, I have some data to share with you. Which Indian states, if we can take the list of 5 states in India which have, a higher percentage of their area, forested. Please write. Top 5 Indian states. Top 5 Indian states with forest cover. As percentage of their total geographical area, as percentage of their total geographical area. So this is, again, you see, this is Nallamalla forest. Yeah, this is Nilgiris. This area is Nilgiris here. These are all Western Ghats. This is, you can see, this is not, of course, it's all more or less shrub and all that, but you see, this is the Aravalli range. You see this is the Aravalli range. Okay, so here, so top 5 states. 1, Arunachal, Mizoram, percentage, Mizoram, I'll write this, Mizoram 85.41. Take 85, I mean, don't take decimal points. Take Mizoram 85. 2, Arunachal Pradesh 79. Meghalaya 76. One less is the neighboring Manipur, which is 75.4. There is something here. 70 point. I want you to take decimal here. 75.4 Manipur. उसके नीचे ठीक उसके ऊपर Nagaland. In the 5th place is Nagaland, 75.3. So I remember it as, if you look at Mizoram, it's 85. Okay, uske ठीक, less 6 percentage points less is Arunachal Pradesh 76. Off of 6 is 3. So you look at the third one, Meghalaya is 76, and Manipur एक कम है और उसके 1 percentage, that is 75. Nagaland is 75.3, 0.1% less. So you look at that. I mean, you don't have much of forested area in Maharashtra and all this. Why? Because these are, you see, this is thickly populated. This entire area, Uttar Pradesh, आप देखिए clean एकदम. Yeah, Bihar, thickly populated. So is West Bengal. Heavily populated areas. But if you look at Kerala, it's densely populated. It's not, I would say, because the land area is low, the density of population is very high. Okay. So, in absolute terms, अगर आप देखेंगे absolute terms में area में how much is, which state has the highest forest cover. It should be Madhya Pradesh, I think. Madhya Pradesh. It's about the total area under forest in Madhya Pradesh is 77,000 square kilometers, which would be, if you look at its area, total area is 3.08 lakh. उसमें 77% मध्य प्रदेश, 77,000 square kilometers is Madhya Pradesh's forested area. But we need to be doing a lot more than this, my friends. In the last few years, forest cover has increased, but I think we'll have to do a lot more than this. Otherwise, it would have devastating impact on societies, on people, on on the general population, not just the people who live off these lands because of forested tribals and all that, but not just people who are directly living in those places, but also people like us who live in large cities and of course other urban areas. So that's a little about this. I just want you to know this is Andaman Nicobar Islands. ये जो है छोटे छोटे islands यहाँ पे लक्षद्वीप, India's smallest union territory by area, smallest union territory by by area 32 square kilometers कुछ है. Okay, that's it. Population भी 64,000 कुछ है बस. Okay, so which state is the first to release a unique report highlighting its conservation efforts to save over 1,100 plants from extinction? It's Uttarakhand, and Uttarakhand, as you know, it's it's a quite thickly forested mountainous area. This is some Garhwal Terai. Okay, the nickname of Uttarakhand is Dev Bhumi, land of gods. You have a lot of Hindu pilgrimage centers here. Yeah, Haridwar, Rishikesh. You have other prominent places like Dehradun. You have Masuri. Yeah. So Uttarakhand is the answer. They've been working hard, of course. You know these places, don't you? Yeah. You know the chief ministers in all these places, so there's hardly anything new to discuss. See, not much is happening because of the coronavirus thing, this lockdown, subsequent slowdown in economic activity. They cannot be gathering, so no major summits, no major meetings are happening. So I think we'll have to go slow on these kinds of things. Okay, wherever required, I'll bring in extra information, but otherwise I barely can do anything, my friends. Okay. In which country has India recently set up a military war game center named India? It's Uganda. It's in Uganda. I would want you to write about Uganda. This particular games, and then we will discuss more. Please write. India's military war game center in Uganda. Underline that. India's military war game center in Uganda. Underline that first one. Set up by the Indian Army. Set up by the Indian Army. Okay. Next point. Type of strategy game center. Strategy game that stimulates 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 war war and conflict more realistically than textbook and abstract war games, textbook and abstract strategy games. Okay, strategy games. Normally people see chess as a strategy game. Yeah, so this is abstract. Chess is abstract. You can't really stimulate this. You can't really stimulate the enemy. Whereas people who play PUBG and all that, they can stimulate this. But it's not PUBG. Okay, war is not PUBG. War is real. War is horrendous. War is terrible. But in India has set this up. Okay, in Uganda. And how much did it cost? It cost about $265,000, and all the money had come from you know, was contributed by Ugandans of Indian origin. Ugandans of Indian origin. जो भारतीय पहले generally you can't say that Ugandans had come to live in India. Yeah, we are talking of those Indians whose forefathers had come from India, but who are now settled in Uganda. So the entire money had come from this. So look, these kinds of things build goodwill. They build goodwill between nations. Okay. So see, this is important because Uganda has had a terrible history of working against Indians, especially in the 1970s. See, in the 1970s, to be precise, between 1971 and 79, there was a dictator in Uganda called Idi Amin. Idi Amin, Amin. Idi Amin was deeply against Asians, especially against Indians, who in those days owned a larger percentage of the Ugandan economy than the locals. Okay, so he believed that these guys, again, Indians were a form of colonial power. So he pushed them out, all of them out of the country. काफ़ी लोग इंग्लैंड चले गए, ब्रिटेन चले गए, कुछ लोग इंडिया आए वापस, लेकिन जनरली people went to Europe, especially Britain. And these Ugandans, most of them are Gujaratis basically. I'm talking of those people who were forced to leave. Okay, and in 79 there was a military. He was deposed, he was thrown out. Let me know, because I've been told that this is one of our feedback has been that I tell stories that don't relate to your exams, so I will not go there. Though I'm eager to tell you stories, I will stop here. Okay, so we'll take notes on each of these, some of these countries. Okay, Uganda, country, capital, the leader and currency as usual, right? Uganda dash Kampala, 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 Kampala dash the president's name is Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri, Yoweri. I repeat, Yoweri. Yoweri Museveni, Museveni. Museveni. Yoweri Museveni. What's this guy has been there since 1986. He's a kind of dictator. The currency's name is shilling. 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 Okay. Next, Nigeria. Nigeria. The capital is Abuja. 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 Then the president's name is Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammad U in the end. Muhammadu Buhari. 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 Muhammadu Buhari. And the currency is Niara. 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 Okay. Next. Ethiopia. Choice 3. Nigeria के बारे में couple of things you write, my friends. Underline the word Nigeria. Pull it down arrow. Right. Most populous African nation. Most populous African nation. Most populous African nation. Dash. Seventh worldwide. seventh worldwide. It's the seventh most populous country in the world. Dash 22 crores. 22. It's slightly less than 22. Like 21 crores. 21 crores. Next. एक और पॉइंट नाइजीरिया के बारे में. सेकेंड पॉइंट, Africa's largest petroleum producer. Largest petroleum producer. Africa's largest petroleum producer. Next point. I think we will just leave this here. Okay. From here we can go to, we said Ethiopia. Ethiopia, please. Right, Ethiopia. Underline that. First one, the capital. Addis Ababa. ADDIS. Addis Ababa. ABABA. Addis ADDIS. Addis Ababa. 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 Addis Ababa. Dash, and what is that guy's name? Abiy Ahmed Ali. Abiy. ABIY. I repeat. ABIY. Abiy Ahmed. AHMED. Abiy Ahmed Ali. Ali. The currency is BIRR. 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 इथियोपिया के एडिस अबाबा जो है, अंडरलाइन एडिस अबाबा, पुल इट डाउन एरो, राइट. हेड ऑफिस ऑफ African Union. Head office of African Union. African Union. प्रेसिडेंट का नाम जो है अबी अहमद अली. अंडरलाइन दैट, पुल इट डाउन एरो, राइट. Winner of 2019 Nobel Peace Prize for Peace. Nobel Peace Prize. 2019 Nobel Peace Prize. 2019 Nobel Peace Prize. ठीक है, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. We don't need to write Egypt and all this. Okay, I think in the previous session Egypt was there, but I didn't tell you the president's name. Yeah, लिखिए president, सब लिखिए. I think we took the name of the currency and the capital. This time write the president. Egypt dash Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The president's name is Abdel. ABDEL. Abdel Fattah. FATEH. Abdel Fattah. LELL hyphen CC. SISI. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. सोमालिया. तो ठीक है, सोमालिया के बारे में थोड़ा कुछ और लिखते हैं. राइट, सोमालिया डैश कैपिटल मोगडिशु. MOGADISHU. 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 The president's name is Muhammad Abdullahi. Muhammad Abdullahi. 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 Okay. The currency is shilling. 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 चलिए, या सोमालिया के बारे में एक पॉइंट लिख सकते हैं. अंडरलाइन द वर्ड सोमालिया, पुल इट डाउन, राइट. लॉन्गेस्ट कोस्टलाइन इन अफ्रीका. Longest coastline in Africa. Longest coastline in Africa. I think it's about 3,300 kilometers. Next. World Hunger Day is observed on. It's observed on May 28th, my friends. It's always observed on May 28th. See, hunger is an unfortunate fact of life. A lot of people in India and worldwide go hungry every day. See, we have a population of about 135 crores. Okay, you can take that on any given day, at least 25 crore people would go hungry. People might not agree with me, but I do a lot of homework, data and everything. एटलीस्ट 25 करोड़ लोग हिंदुस्तान में हमारे देश में भूखे सोते हैं एंड द मोस्ट वल्नरेबल आर द women. Most of them go hungry, yeah, because of the way the social structure is designed. You have the man of the house, the boy child, then the girl child, then the wife, the mother. It's a very terrible way of living, but that's why I always say that we should never waste food. We should never waste food. So globally there are 82 crore people, and this is something that I found on when I was reading about this thing, World Hunger Day. 82 crore log, 82 crore people every day are hungry. They more or less go to bed without food. It's 82 crores. Okay, and 60% of these are women. And I'm not kidding, these are numbers, these are actual numbers. When I say actual, research numbers, not mine, someone else's research. 82 crore worldwide, okay, hungry worldwide, dash of which 60% are women. So shall we write about these choices here? Yeah, we should write. August 12th, right, August 12th is August 12th, I think I remember this, International Youth Day. Yes, International Youth Day. International Youth Day. This is international. What is Indian National Youth Day? January 12th. You could write January 12th, National Youth Day. National Youth Day. January 12th is the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. इसलिए मुझे याद है 12 जनवरी 12 अगस्त यहाँ पे. See, the date matches, if not the month. Next, August 29th, National Sports Day of India. National Sports Day of India. National Sports Day of India. एक और है, इंटरनेशनल डे अगेंस्ट न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट. इंटरनेशनल डे अगेंस्ट न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट. इंटरनेशनल डे अगेंस्ट न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट. October 1st, वर्ल्ड माउंटेन डे. वर्ल्ड माउंटेन डे, पर्वत, MOUNTAIN, माउंटेन डे, वर्ल्ड माउंटेन डे. So what is the tallest mountain in the world? Mount Everest, isn't it? 8848 meters. 8848 meters. It's on the border between China and Nepal. Okay. Now, what is the second tallest mountain in the world? And India's tallest and world's second tallest. K2. K2. K2 is Karakoram 2. It's also called Godwin Austen. Godwin. If you want to write, you could write K2. K अंक 2. Number 2. K stands for Karakoram, the range in which it is found. Okay. Karakoram dash. Also called Godwin Austen. Godwin. GODWIN. Godwin Austen. AUSTIN. TIN. Some places you will find TEN. Both are okay. Godwin Austen dash in Ladakh. In Ladakh. It's actually speaking, it is in Ladakh, Pakistan occupied Ladakh. But that old POK thing, yes, it's there. Dash 8611 meters. 8611 meters. 8611 meters. ठीक है. World's second tallest and India's tallest. December 11th. So December 10th is no. I think I bungled this. I think I'm so sorry, guys. December 11th is Mountain Day. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, it is December 11th that is Mountain Day. You just make that correction. Not October 1st. December 11th, Mountain Day. Mountain Day. December 11th is Mountain Day. This October 1st is International Day for Older Persons. International Day of Older Persons. International Day of Older Persons. Older Persons. I got a little confused there, but now I got it right. You could just Google and you will get the right answers. Okay, what I have told you, confirm what I have told you. Not you don't find out on your own. You should not do that. Okay. October 1st, International Day of Older Persons. December 11th, World Mountain Day or International Mountain Day. Okay. But the numbers that you found that 8611 meters for K2, 8848 meters for Mount Everest. What's the third tallest peak in the world? Kanchenjunga, which is in Sikkim, which is 8597 meters. Some places you'll find 8597 meters. In some places you'll find 8598 meters. Don't worry. Okay, yeah. So, with state government has announced the development of 800-kilometer long herbal roads that will be lined with medicinal and herbal trees on either side. Uttar Pradesh, तो ये लंबा stretch नहीं होगा, but wherever there are major roads, they plan to have herbal, trees that generally give off medicines. Okay, apart from beautification, also give off medicines. They serve as raw materials for a lot of things like raw material foods, certain foods. What kinds of trees? Neem. Brahmi, Brahmi, Ashwagandha, Neem, Brahmi, Ashwagandha. Okay, then you have what is this called people. Yeah, people, Amla. Yeah, all these are traditional Indian trees basically. Okay, these you would find them in almost all villages. Okay, now the government plans to plant these trees on either side of the highways, major roads, so that one, they will act as beautification, two, they will provide medicines or at least the raw materials of medicines, and three, of course, there is beautification. There is always beautification. Okay, so I mean it's a good initiative. It's always and more importantly, considering that these days immunity is on the lower side because of poor lifestyle, not just poor lifestyle, but also the fact that you could say sedentary lifestyle, poor lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle, poor eating, poor lack of exercise. All these things are taking a toll, and a lot of long work hours, especially considering that these days it's work from home and all that. Yeah, work from home and all. It's a terrible thing basically. So immunity is again going down, and the government plans to boost certain kinds of foods. It's promoting certain kinds of foods that will boost immunity. Yeah. लोग कहते हैं काढ़ा पीना चाहिए. It's difficult to drink काढ़ा, but it's good for health. And most things that are good for health, they taste bitter. They don't taste well. But whenever you find appetizing food like pizza, like burgers, all other kinds of so-called junk food and all that, we should also will always remember one ad that I saw somewhere in one of these hospitals. It said that it put a picture of a burger and right below it, right, few minutes on lips, forever on hips. Now I was quite surprised. I was like, "Oh," kind of thing, but it did send the message, isn't it? So, which state has started a project named World Health Register to maintain the health database of all its citizens? Karnataka, and luckily it has done quite well in the coronavirus front also. It's extensive testing. These things have helped actually. Yeah. So Karnataka is the state here. What about the choices? Do we need to discuss anything? Hardly anything to discuss. But these days, there is something called Telangana model of testing, okay, which is no one should adapt. That is what they are saying. Recently Shekhar Gupta of the Print came up with a video talk that said that the Telangana government is not testing. Despite this, is even the central government that says this basically. Even the central government is saying this. So there are a lot of things that things are working in some places, things are not working in some other places. By the way, to recapture, Telangana CM is K. Chandrasekhar Rao. It is India's youngest state. Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan. Karnataka, B.S. Yedurappa. Tamil Nadu, E. Palaniswamy, Edappadi Palaniswamy. And Andhra Pradesh is, what is this? Andhra Pradesh's Chief Minister is Y. Jagan Mohan Reddy. Suddenly I know. In order to improve the credit availability to rural areas, the Reserve Bank of India has recently increased the household income limit for non-banking finance companies, microfinancing institutional borrowers from the existing 1 lakh to dash and from rupees 1 lakh to dash for rural and for urban, semi-urban areas respectively. It should be respectively. So, pehle 1 lakh tha rural areas. Okay, you want to write this for NBFC MFI borrowers. Okay, underline that first one. For rural areas, dash limit raised from borrowing limit raised to, otherwise simple na, raised to 1.25 lakh in annual income, rupees 1.25 lakh in annual income. And uske niche urban areas, second point, urban areas dash limit raised to rupees 2 lakh, limit raised to rupees 2 lakh, rupees 2 lakh. See क्या होता है? See, one major thing that would happen is that a lot of people are not able to access credit udhar loans from certain NBFC banks which lend to people at the bottom. I'm talking of microfinancing institutions which lend to people at the bottom because their income could be 1.05 lakh, 1.1 lakh and all that. So in such case, a lot of people who are between 1 lakh and 1.25 lakh are not able to avail of the loan facilities. Please know that it's very difficult to get a loan in India, and especially if the person is poor. So someone with an annual income of 1.1 lakh can't get a loan from NBFC MFI. But now the government has said, Bhaiya, now we are raising the limit to 1.25. So up to 1.25 lakh in annual income, a person can now avail of loan. Because earlier the limit was 1 lakh. Now if your annual income is 1.25, up to this, we will give you a loan. That's what the government has said. In urban areas, it's 2 lakhs. 40,000 makes a huge difference, my friends. 1.6 lakh से 2 लाख के बीच में काफी लोग होंगे, लाखों लोग होंगे. What happens is that if I let's say I come in this urban category, let's say my income was 1.8 lakh, okay, per annum. Now I get a loan. Earlier I could not have got loan. Now when I get a loan, what happens is that I can use this for productive purposes. I can use this for investment somewhere. I can buy some stuff. Okay, I can pay something for some healthcare, for education, for better quality of life. So other needs like a cooler. What happens is that when I borrow money, I don't keep it at home. I would spend. This spending is what will stir rural demand, urban demand. That is what the government wants to do. It wants to stimulate economic demand. Demand, as you know, has come down drastically. It's gone down a great deal because one, there is a great deal of unemployment because of the coronavirus pandemic, and two, people are wary of the future. People don't know what the future might bring, so they don't want to spend. They don't want to spend. There are a lot of reasons for this actually. Okay, so but it's a good move. It's a very good move that most likely will stimulate rural demand, and of course, demand at the bottom of the pyramid. Bottom of the pyramid. Yeah. Which government-owned entity's initial public offering was oversubscribed by a record 112 times, the highest ever subscription for a public sector enterprise? It was IRCTC, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation. So what does it do? Initial public offering is the first public offer. The first time a company comes out with a share issue, it's called initial public offering. Remember all those video talks that all those classes that we have had on shares? Yeah, I spread it across 3 classes. What are shares, how are they bought and sold, the different types of brokers, what is demat account, we discussed what influences share prices, we discussed all that stuff. Yeah. Now in this case, the government wanted to sell some part of this IRCTC. It owned 100% of the capital. It was a complete government owned company, central government owned company. So the central government, वैसे भी पैसे नहीं है. They said, okay, this was last year. Okay, they sold this early last financial year. They sold 12.8%, 12.6% of the company. How much was the share issue? You want to write this: IRCTC dash share issue dash 645 crores dash representing 12.6% of total capital. Next, so you see over 87% is still owned by the government of India. You under it? Yeah, they divested. They got they got 645 crores for just 12%, which is very good for for a public sector company that came out with the first public issue. What does IRCTC do? You could write next point. IRCTC provides ticketing, tourism, catering, 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 travel, and hospitality, hotels, budget hotels, and budget hotels. So आप IRCTC की वेबसाइट पे जाएंगे, आपको ये सब कुछ मिलेगा ऊपर. Okay, they sell tourism packages to pilgrimage centers and all these places. It's doing very well, IRCTC. In fact, this is the company that runs that. What is that? Tejas Express between Lucknow and India's first private train between Lucknow and New Delhi. Okay. India's first e-waste clinic, electronic waste clinic, was established in Bhopal to enable the segregation, processing and disposal of waste from both household and commercial units. All these kinds of mobile phones, you have laptops, computers, printers, all kinds of electronic stuff. Okay? Typical office equipment. कितना वेस्ट होता है, कितना वेस्ट दिखता है, तो जाता कहाँ पे? Scrap, it's sold in scrap, and so they set up this up so that there is a healthier way of disposing this off. Okay, Bhopal, I want you to write a little about each of these cities. Okay, Bhopal dash India's cleanest capital city. India's cleanest capital city. India's cleanest capital city. India's cleanest capital city. एक चीज भोपाल के बारे में लिखते हैं, एक दो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है यहाँ पे, वो भी लिखते हैं. India's cleanest capital city in three different years, 3 consecutive years. 2017, 18, 19. You could write this also. For 3 consecutive years, for 3 consecutive, consecutive, consecutive years, 2017, 2018, 2019. ठीक है? Capital cities में clean mistake. Next, underline Bhopal, pull it down arrow, right? Home to Raja Bhoja Airport. Raja Bhoj Airport. Raja Bhoj Airport. Raja Bhoj Airport. Next, Raja Bhoj Airport. Just checking the cable. Number 2, home to Indian Judicial Academy. Indian Judicial Academy. And एक और लिखते हैं, Indian Institute of Forest Management. Indian Institute of Forest Management. चलिए, choices ऊपर से आता है नहीं. And Bhopal is also called the city of lakes. Yeah, lakes. Bengaluru. See, there are a lot of Indian cities that are called city of lakes. Udaipur is one of them. Okay. So Bengaluru, you could write. There are plenty of organizations here. Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Indian Institute of Astrophysics. And take one more. National Center for Biological Sciences. Biological Sciences. Hyderabad. International Crops, CROPS, Crops Research Institute. International Crops Research Institute for semi arid, arid tropics, TROPICS, tropics. International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid, arid tropics, TROPICS, in brackets, ICRISAT, ICRISAT, ICRISAT. ICRISAT. Next, Pune. Right. There are plenty of this now. We have been taking this, the name of this place. What is this? National Institute of Virology. But this time कुछ और लिखते हैं. National Institute of Banking Management. National Institute of Banking Management. National Institute of Banking Management. And second one, and National Center for Cell Sciences, CELL, Cell Sciences. Cell Sciences or Cell Science? Okay. चलते हैं यार. Whom of the following has recently become the first Indian cricketer to play over 120 T20 internationals? It is the first Indian is Harmanpreet Kaur, my friends. Okay. I was collecting some data on this. I was just going through if these guys have not played 100. I found that only Rohit Sharma has played 100 T20 matches. Only Rohit Sharma. Dhoni is played 98. We have Virat Kohli under 90. So long way to go for these guys. Okay. Mithali Raj is the ex-Indian cricket captain, women's cricket captain. Okay. Anything else that we would want to discuss? I think that's fair. Yeah. Which of the following cities recently hosted the second edition of the World Economic Forum sponsored Drone Innovators Network Summit 2019? New Delhi. New Delhi. I think we have taken some notes on the World Economic Forum in the past, but we could just repeat. Okay, थोड़े points, एक दो points repeat कर सकते हैं हम. A World Economic Forum dash or underline that, right? Established 1971. Established 1971. 1971. Second point, founded by Klaus Schwab. Klaus, K-L-A, I repeat, K-L-A-U-S, Klaus Schwab, S-C-H-W-A-B, Klaus Schwab. Third point, head office, Colony, Geneva, right? C-O-L-O-G-N-Y, I repeat, C-O-L-O-G-N-Y hyphen Geneva, G-E-N-E-V-A, Colony, Geneva, comma, Switzerland. Next, annual meeting at Davos, D-A-V-O-S, Davos, comma, Switzerland, and last one, platform for sharing of ideas in politics, comma, economics and other topics of general interest. Climate change is one of them, and other topics of general interest. Okay. Which of the following companies or institutions has set up a subsidiary to export the unified payment interface to international markets? NPCI, which is in Bombay, head office is in Bombay, and the CEO is Dilip Asbe, A-S-B-E, Dilip Asbe. SEBI. Today you write a little about SEBI, right? SEBI. First point, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Second point, set up in 1988. Third point, given statutory powers in 1992. Next point, regulator means control, regulator of Indian securities and commodity markets. Securities, shares, debentures and all. Securities and commodities market. So it controls all the activities in these sectors. See, fan ka regulator jo hota hai, what does it do? It controls the speed, the activity of the fan. So similarly, this is a regulator. Last one, chairman Ajay Tyagi. Head office is in Bombay, of course, as you know. Okay. ये जो चॉइस 4 है इसको कहते हैं गिफ्ट सिटी, गुजरात इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंस टेक सिटी. Choice 2, MasterCard is an American card service provider. They don't see, MasterCard does not own a card service like credit card होता है. MasterCard provides the service, the technology and the network, typically the merchant network for use of this card. ठीक है? See, let's say I have a card, a credit card. It's called MasterCard X Bank. So X Bank issues that card. MasterCard provides the technology behind it. Okay. There are three major service providers. These are called service providers. One is MasterCard, the other is Visa, and the third is Amex, American Express. American Express, I have found is, I found it very difficult to use everywhere because very few companies, very few establishments, merchant establishments take American Express. बट मास्टर कार्ड और वीज़ा लगभग हर जगह इस्तेमाल करते हैं, हर जगह यूज़ करते हैं. और मास्टर कार्ड के सीईओ है अजय पाल सिंह बंगा. अजय बंगा BANGA, अजय बंगा. ही इज़ एन IIM अहमदाबाद एलम. IIM अहमदाबाद से आपने MBA की थी. वीसा, द सीईओ इज Alfred Kelly, ALFRED, Alfred Kelly, KELLY, Alfred Kelly. बहुत बड़ी कंपनियां हैं. मास्टर कार्ड इज ए $15 billion कंपनी. वीसा इज अबाउट $21 billion कंपनी. So with which country has India signed a pact for financing 2,000 crore, nearly 2,000 crore to develop its energy efficient housing program? Germany. This choices you could write. See, there's nothing about that we could discuss about this question, but Germany's chancellor you could write. Germany capital. What's the name of the capital? Berlin. 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 Dash. The chancellor's name is, what's her name? Angela Merkel. ANGELA. Angela Merkel. MERKEL. Angela Merkel. Next. Angela Merkel. Next. The currency is euro. 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 एक काम करते हैं, इस बार पार्लियामेंट ऐड करते हैं. ठीक है, just came to my mind. Dash लास्ट में पार्लियामेंट ऐड कर लीजिए. There are two houses, but we'll normally take the one that is lower house and more popular. Bundestag. 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 Next. Look at choice 1. Ireland. Dash. Dublin. 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 ठीक है, अभी सेशंस में वगैरह मैप्स वगैरह मिस हो गए. आई एम कटिंग डाउन ऑन द ड्यूरेशन आई स्पेंड हियर. कंटेंट कम नहीं होगा, ड्यूरेशन थोड़ा कम हो सकता है. जहाँ जहाँ इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स हैं वहाँ वो तो डिस्कस होगी, नहीं तो 25 क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करने में कितना टाइम लगता है? 30-40 मिनट आंसर देने में कितना टाइम लगता है? लेकिन वी आर डिस्कसिंग थिंग्स दैट मैटर. ओके, सो रिपब्लिक ऑफ आयरलैंड. डैश. डब्लिन. DUBLIN. Dublin, that's the capital. The prime minister is Leo, LEO, Leo Varadkar, 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 Varadkar. He is of Indian origin. Dash. Currency is euro. And what is this? What is the parliament's name? Irish tax. OIREACHTAS. OIREACHTAS. Irish tax. Okay. That's it. In fact, वहाँ के प्राइम मिनिस्टर को प्राइम मिनिस्टर नहीं कहते हैं, ताओ सीच कहते हैं. इट्स ओके, लीव इट. UK is London is the capital. Boris Johnson is the prime minister. Boris Johnson. And what is the currency? Pound. Sterling pound. ST E-R-L-I-N-G, sterling. Pound, P-O-U-N-D, pound, sterling pound. And what is that? Sorry, what is this parliament called? It's called parliament. It's called parliament. Kabhi kabhi, we think too much. UK's parliament is called parliament. The legislature is called parliament. Norway, all the details that we have been taking these notes on. Capital is Oslo, O-S-L-O, Oslo. O-S-L-O, Oslo. Oslo. Dash, you could write one more thing. The prime minister's name is Erna Solberg. Erna, E-R-N-A. E-R-N-A. Erna Solberg. E-R-N-A. Erna Solberg. S-O-L-B-E-R-G. S-O-L-B-E-R-G. Erna Solberg. The currency is Krone. K-R-O-N-E. Krone. And the parliament is called Storting. S-T-O-R-T-I-N-G. Storting. Okay, Storting. कई जगहों पे आपको मिलेगा Storting Get. It's the same thing. Argentina. Dash, what is the capital? The capital is Buenos Aires. B-U-E-N-O-S. 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 Buenos Aires. B-U-E-N-O-S space A-I-R-E-S. A-I-R-E-S. Buenos Aires. Dash. President's name is Alberto Fernandez. Alberto. A-L-B-E-R-T-O. In some places you find only Albert, which is also okay. Alberto Fernandez. F-E-R-N-A-N-D-E-Z. D-E-Z. Alberto Fernandez. Okay. Alberto Fernandez. The parliament is called, the currency is peso, P-E-S-O, peso, P-E-S-O, and the currency, the parliament is called parliament. उसका नाम ही parliament है. दिवाला देश है. It's bankrupt country. So much could be discussed. Anyway. Name a national outreach program launched by the government of India's e-commerce portal called GEM, to bring in more local sellers on board. Samvad, you please write this. मैं एक दो पॉइंट देता हूँ इसके बारे में. GEM संवाद आप लिखिए. Right. National Procurement Portal. GEM होता क्या है? National Procurement Portal. Procurement is purchase. अगर आपको difficulty होती है, sometimes we find certain words difficult, but these are common words. Okay, like procurement is a difficult word, but you could write purchase also, no harm. National Public Purchase Portal. P-O-R-T-L. Portal means website in this case. Otherwise, portal means gate. National Public Purchase Portal that offers end-to-end solutions for all procurement needs, for all purchase needs of central and state governments, ministries and departments, and public sector enterprises, and public sector enterprises. public sector enterprises. So leave one line says, or next point, right? Launched in 2016. Next, has made the purchase process. This portal GEM has made the purchase process transparent. TRANSPARENT. Transparent, comma, paperless and cashless. Last one. Currently over 3 lakh providers of goods and services are registered with the GEM portal. Otherwise, see, if I had to buy, let's say I'm a government babu, I would always favor someone. Without this portal, I would favor someone. Let's say मेरा सगा है कोई, I would favor that guy. Otherwise I would favor some local guy who would give me commission. Now everything is, transparent. People know who has offered the lowest price, all that stuff. So GM Samvad. A lot of good things are happening. The GST Council, Goods and Services Tax Council, has fixed a uniform tax rate of 28% on both state-run and private lottery. Lottery is people believe that they can become rich overnight. Yeah, that's lottery. There are some. How many slabs are there? There is 0%, that is exemption limit. Then there is 5%. There is 12%. There is 18%. Then there is 28%. Okay. तो मैं आपको थोड़ी जानकारी देता हूँ इसके बारे में. Please write a little about this. Under GST, first point, 81% of goods and services fall below 18% tax slab. Fall in the 18% tax slab. Fall below or in the 18% tax slab. 81% of goods and services fall below or in the 18% tax slab. 81%. That's phenomenal, isn't it? Next, 7% of goods and services fall in the exemption limit. Fall in the exemption limit. Next, exemption limit में fruits हैं, fresh fruits हैं, fresh vegetables. Then we have hotels that fall below 1,000 rupees per day. Yeah, which is hotels in small towns and all these things. So they don't have a GST. Next, 81% वहाँ चले गए. 19% fall under 28% GST. 19% fall under 28% GST. Dash. What is it? 5-star hotels. 5-star hotels. Comma. Shampoos. Hair shampoo. Yeah. I don't have to worry, isn't it? Yeah. Shampoos. Chewing gum is one of them. Chewing gum. Enough. 24 items. Chewing gum. Okay. So, see, hotels which where the tariff is, let's say, something like 1200 rupees, this guy would come and say that, look, I walk into that hotel and that guy says, sir, अगर आपको hotel room चाहिए तो मैं आपको 950 में दे देता हूँ, but no bill, no bill, because if he produces bill, he'll have to add GST and he'll have to pay the government. Yes, but when he files a GST, please know that what is he doing? He has to open his books of accounts, which he doesn't want. Whereas 950, I think then he would tell me, he said 1250 का आपका GST पड़ेगा, or otherwise you can save on GST. So I would say ठीक है भाई, मेरे को भी पैसे बच रहे हैं, उसको बचने दे उसको. I am not concerned with that, but I save money, which is a very bad idea. Very bad idea. Which of the following has launched India's first nanotechnology based fertilizer products? IFCO. IFCO is, what is nanotechnology based fertilizer products? You could write IFCO, Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative. Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative. Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative. Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative dash world's largest fertilizer cooperative. World's largest fertilizer cooperative. World's largest fertilizer cooperative. Next. IFCO has launched nanotechnology based fertilizers like nano zinc, ZINC, nano zinc, and nano copper. Next point. These are intended, or these aim to increase yield by yield production. These aim to increase yield by about 25%, and reduce the use of chemical fertilizers by about 50%. Last point. 1 nano equals 10 to the power of minus 9. So more efficient technology basically. So let's go to the next one here. With over 1.35 lakh scientific papers published in 2018, India is the third largest producer of scientific articles as per the US NSF, and the largest is China, 5.25 lakh research papers. China 5.25, something like 5.25, 5.28 something, yeah. So 5.25, take a round figure, 5.25 lakh China. US 4.22 lakh scientific papers. See this, China is number one, a little over 5.25 lakh research papers published last year, 2018, and 2018 same year America produced 4.22 lakh. Okay. India's largest state by area is Rajasthan, 3.42 lakh square kilometers. Second is Madhya Pradesh, 3.08 lakh square kilometers. Maharashtra 3.07. 3.07. Uttar Pradesh 2.4 lakh square kilometers. Gujarat 1.96 lakh square kilometers. Top 5. Okay? India's first university for the transgender community, which is the third sex, will be established in Uttar Pradesh. There's nothing to discuss here. When I say nothing to discuss, you can see that we have discussed all these choices, isn't it? Yeah. Which fighter aircraft, also known as Bahadur, was recently decommissioned by the Indian Air Force? MiG-27. See, the Russians used to make this. Soviet Union used to make MiG-27, which is Mikoyan Gurikov. Yeah, you don't have to Gurichev. You don't have to know this. Okay, it's retired now. That was a company that made this aircraft. Mikoyan Gurevich. Mikoyan Gurevich. If you want the name, you can write M-I-K-O. I repeat, M-I-K-O-Y-A-N. Mikoyan dash Gurevich. G-U-R-E-V-I-C-H. ये जो MI है Mikoyan है, G is for Gurevich. Okay. So they used to make this aircraft. Now India has said because difficulty in spare parts, they become very old also. Okay. And Chinook is a kind of a helicopter, double rotor helicopter. एक दोनों तरफ कॉकपिट होता है और दो रोटर्स होते हैं इसके. Okay. दो पंखे होते हैं Chinook के. Sukhoi is the fighter aircraft from Russia. Tejas is India's advanced light combat aircraft. Tejas, India's light combat aircraft, LCA. Light combat aircraft. Mirage is from France. It's a fighter aircraft from France. France. In which of the following states did the first edition of the Mandu festival take place in 2019? Madhya Pradesh. Mandu is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, it's a place. It's a very old place. It's one of those places that were ravaged by the Islamic invaders. Okay, this is a place which is pretty well known for its forts and gardens and all, temples. So it is said that the word Mandu comes from the word Mandapa. Mandapa is, basically Mandap is hall. This is a tourism attraction festival, basically tourist attraction festival. Two of the following became the first Indian ophthalmologist to win the American Academy of Ophthalmologists Lifetime Achievement Honor Award. Santosh Honavar, he has won multiple awards. In 2000, he won this honor, and he is also the winner of Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award, multiple awards. Yes, I went through his Facebook profile, Wikipedia profile, plenty of stuff. But this is these kinds of questions may not come in the exam because these are very esoteric information. Okay. So at the Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2019 awards, which state was honored as the cleanest large state in India? Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. Basically, Tamil Nadu is India's cleanest large state, and it is known to be, if you look at the villages and everything, they are pretty clean. I've been to large parts of Tamil Nadu. They are very clean villages. Very little use of plastic and all that. Climate activist Greta Thunberg has applied to register her movement that she founded in 2018. What is the name of her movement? Fridays for Future. Greta was born sometime in, if I'm not wrong, 2003 in Sweden. She's a school student, and she began to protest against climate inaction. Inaction on the part of government inaction against changing climate, worsening climate, all over the world. So she started a movement, and it caught on, and every Friday people began to, under her leadership, people began to protest. So this movement has come to be known as Fridays for Future. So Greta Thunberg. Oh, that was the last question. Okay. See, there was one question, if I'm not wrong, which I think it just skipped my mind or it just went somewhere. I think it was something to do with one book. I'm not very certain it's there or not. Okay. So maybe some other, presentation I was looking at, maybe it had that question. In any case, thanks for being here, guys. I'm sure you learned a few good things, and as usual, I'm trying to keep these talks short because I'm told that you have a lot of other classes as well. It puts pressure on you as well to sit through all of this basically. Thanks for being here. Have a lot of fun, and as I always say, stay curious and have a lot of stay safe, stay curious. Thanks for being here.